Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League, Season 13, Week 7. Today, we got the QoP Circles, we got Lone Sniper Theory, we got Randy. That wasn't really a response, Randy, that was just kind of whoop.
Said hello.
And we got Ocelot.
Yeah, I'm here. I just ate a ton of food and I'm like dying.
So hopefully we'll get to bury him by the end of this game.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
LST.
Bury me beneath a tree.
No thank you, I'll bury you with your money instead. LST
Okay,
looking firmly at Kai, while QoP Circles is looking firmly at Blackacre. Making the exact same bands MK Ulti did last week.
Yeah, it's true.
Interesting.
Yeah, a bit of a throwback, huh?
10 seconds. Radiant team pick.
Okay, yeah, I assume
100% PB Ocelot. You're gonna have to live with that at some point.
You could just, like, not pick Ogre.
You could, but nobody in this league's gonna do that. Every team's gonna get him if they can.
Radiant team pick.
Spirit Breaker, make him a Knuckles bleed.
Remember the couple
Pretty,
weeks where SB was super meta and super good? I remember.
Yeah, he's,
Two.
right now he's, I wouldn't say he's out of it, but he's still strong, just, there's better picks circulated around him now to counter him.
5 seconds remaining.
He's not world-ending anymore.
Yeah, it's not compared to Primal
Yeah.
Beast, who was meta for a week and then he got nerfed so hard that nobody's ever gonna pick him again.
Lifestealer just existing is a pretty big threat to him once Lifestealer gets like Ags or some shit. Just messes him up, pure and simple.
Dipping into the reserve time, only on the second pick here. Very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what's taking so long on that second pick. Are they really just like drafting top of the head here?
You want to know what's happening right now is everyone's asking Trisoft what he wants to play this game. Trisoft knows 3 of the heroes that we're going to pick and is still not going to tell us the answer. Shoutouts to Trisoft.
Dire team pick.
Storm
Okay,
Spirit
first-
already?
We're getting some EG first phase storm, very nice.
That is,
Dire team bad.
Not according to Bulba.
Alright, that's already really bad for Storm.
Yeah? Yeah, that is way too early on the Storm Spirit pick.
Ogre and Void together are one of the, like, usually take Void mid, but I've seen Ogre Void off lane, and it is,
10
it's
seconds
terrifying. I don't know how else to describe it. It is really menacing. Really strong DOT, slow on top of their burst, early buffs, and really consistent ability to just pick people. You have to cycle rotations in to get around that lane. You can't avoid it.
Dire team
I would be a little astounded if
Okay.
Void Spirit was
That-
able to do that.
I would have been even more sad if they hadn't just, like, straight banned anti-mage, but, yeah, bold pick. I don't think the Void Spirit's gonna be, like, world-endingly bad for him, but it's gonna make his life real hell.
Oh yeah. No, it's see hero
Whoever gets
that
the silence off first, it's a quick draw.
hero that pretty succinctly answers, I think, both guys on the field so far.
Yeah, Void Spirit's got numerous answers for Spirit Breaker and Storm. He doesn't care about enemy mobility because he himself, his forms of mobility are really good escape and dodge tools.
I got this really funny feeling nobody actually looked at my ban list for Luth.
Perhaps. Ban on Luna? Really? You think they're gonna pick Luna and Storm? That's a bit much.
I don't think anyone's gonna pick Luna right now. I think a Luna ban on any team is wasted.
Luna's not terrible, but she just... the damage she does is great, but she needs to get to tier 3s to really, you know...
She feels
Sure, strength.
so bad right now, I gotta be honest with you. Like, it feels like, there's just like 4 or 5 people right now who just do what Luna does, but better with less risk. I mean, the big
Do you
thing
think
is like...
Do you think that's more the problem of, like, present itemization and, like, the speed of in general of games, or do you think that's more to the fault of...
I think it's a pretty simple thing. It's everybody is building BKB first item pretty much no matter what, and Luna cannot exist in that world.
That does make sense, yeah.
It's like a 20-minute data list, or I don't know.
Yeah, there is such a thing as
Yeah, that's period.
Pure Carry Luna.
You need a 20-minute data list, or you're not gonna do anything.
To be fair, Luna can get that pretty easily, provided she isn't getting just straight, like, ground into powder. Also, Mars ban, huh?
Yep.
10 seconds.
Continually keeping the thumb down on Blackacre there.
Yeah, no, Mars,
5 seconds remaining.
with some things we've seen recently, Mars has some interesting utilities. But, at least they're not trying to just raw pick him for the sake of
Mars in a
comboing
storm
someone
is
else.
super bad for Mars, though, isn't it? Like, feels
Not
bad.
as much as you'd think. It gives Storm and
Unless
Mars the
you-
ability to pick
Unless
off
you can do
one
some
person
crazy,
in.
like, crazy Q into ult combos.
You
It's like
can
the only way.
drag. You can use Vortex to drag people into the wall. It's pretty nasty.
And I'm saying
No, I meant
Mars
against,
against
like,
Storm, yeah.
Mars against
Oh,
Storm.
against him. Yeah, no. Storm doesn't give a damn unless he's getting speared right in the face before he takes.
Yeah,
off.
I can't agree with the Mars ban here in general, because not only is Storm a pretty good matchup against him, I would also say Spirit Breaker
Dire team pick.
is somebody Mars would really want to see getting a Grimstroke out here.
Oh, that is sinister.
Yeah.
Yep, we got the classic Inkswell on Storm and Spirit Breaker here.
Yep.
And Grimstroke's a great counter pick to Void, potentially, because that Ghost is a slow projectile that will catch up eventually,
10
and it
seconds
will
remaining.
sound out.
Yeah, if Void Spirit doesn't have
5
something on
seconds
hand to
remaining.
dodge the Ghost, then he's in a bad place. And even if he does, he still has to break the dodge to get rid of it. If it actually hits him, he's toast.
Yeah, I'm gonna be blunt right here, again. Ogre Magi versus these three. That is a sad blue men.
Dire
Pair,
team
is it
pick.
1, 2? I don't know.
Radiant team pick.
This guy will live through me. The Legion Commander
Ooh, okay.
live through me.
That is a classic combination right there, LC Skyrath.
Yeah.
Not
It's
very,
much you can do to guarantee a duel win more than that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be frank here.
10
This
seconds remaining.
that's a lot of weight being levied on LC to get that duel off, and they got lots of dudes who are
5 seconds
pretty good about
remaining.
winning those.
Yeah, I
Like,
will say this:
Grimstroke,
it is
Storm and SB can turn it around in LC, and there's not enough. Oh no, yeah, no, those duels are ruined.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty
Preemptively.
tough for LC to act, well, ideally anyway. If everything
It's-
comes together, it's going to be tough for LC to even get in like a duel basically in
Yeah.
this game. It's going to be very hard for it to catch anybody.
Yeah, spoken plainly,
10
Dawnbreaker.
seconds
I hate Dawnbreaker
Radiant team
because
ban.
she's really good at countering heroes with channeled ults. Bane, Pudge. Let's not forget our old friend, technically speaking, is channeled, I guess, Legion Commander.
It's Pugna.
Witch Doctor, Pugna, yeah. Dawnbreaker just absolutely makes their lives miserable. And it also is great
10
for people
seconds
who
remaining.
like to lock down particular areas. So even if they do pick an analog like
5
Mars or
seconds.
someone who likes to keep people near them, like Magnus, Dawnbreaker is going to really make you not want to do that.
Right.
I thought for sure they would have actually picked Lifestealer on their team. I feel like they could have afforded it.
Well, Bane doesn't play Lifestealer, and last time she did, she had a crisis, so...
10
that's true.
seconds remaining.
Unfortunate. So
Yeah, it would've
looking
been
over
pretty good
here,
here.
what's this last
5
band
seconds
going to be
remaining.
over on Lone Sniper Theory, do you think?
I don't know. I'm going to be looking at Bane. That much is certain.
If I had to guess, we might be seeing a ban for, well, I don't know actually. Do you think it would be feasible to see a ban on something as mediocre as Wind Ranger?
I doubt Banes are going to be running
Never
around.
Muslim. It's like an auto thing. Only anybody else in the league does it.
Yeah.
I guess
He's
so.
in the pool anyway.
I'm not fully aware what Bean's back pocket strats are, so you'll have to forgive me on that one. I'm making a vague guess.
Yeah, if you're gonna take a guess in this game, it's gonna be like Tiny and Ricky are probably your two most likely choices for being at this juncture.
I'd say for Bean, Ricky would be a fantastic pick.
Looks like an
Realistically.
insidiously good Chronosphere game on either team, honestly.
Ooh, I don't know. Chrono's like a missed Chrono. Like even if you get 3 people in there, someone on your team gets caught, and Void Spirit or Skywrath are nearby, or Elsie's there like on the edge and can get someone from just inside without
Radiant
going
team
in.
ban.
That is drastic. That
Yeah,
is
definitely
a huge
prefer it
blow.
on Iceman's team.
Yeah.
It would be funny to have a
Yeah,
really
man.
epic chrono, and then Dawnbreaker does the I think it's the shard where it does more healing.
Yeah.
And she just hovers over there and just undoes the entire chrono.
10
Classic.
seconds remaining.
Why I hate Dawnbreaker. Completely invalidates
5
any
seconds remaining.
localized or channeled ult because it hits it with a stun, a bunch of healing, and damage. It's just not. It's not cool. I don't like it. I've never liked. I like her. Like all of her other abilities are fine, but that ultimate is just. There was a reason they got rid of Gyro's like global rocket because it was so oppressive. You could just sit there and ruin team fights and such.
5 seconds remaining.
4, 3, 2, 1. Both teams
Like-
really dipping into this reserve time pool.
Yeah, like at
Yeah,
least
might
it's
as well
like,
for less pick.
for comparison here, like Zeus, right? If Zeus wants to have that kind of AOE like team fight interrupt or like point precision stun globally, he needs to get like Ags first, yeah? Dawnbreaker just has it built in. I don't think that's fair at all.
Radiant team pick.
TikTok.
There it is.
That's good.
Alright, well, if you had to ask me, that Ricky pick is looking very tempting, because these are all a bunch of heroes who hate being silenced.
Yeah, Ricky here is really good, actually.
And they
Also,
don't really have the right
really
click outside of LC and Void to punish him.
Also really screws the LC
5
in particular
seconds
there.
remaining.
I actually
Yeah, and if,
don't know. This is the first QoP Circles game in a while. I don't actually know. Tony.
Choose
Nope,
your
never mind.
hero.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
real with you here. I don't like the Tony pick.
I
Tiny
don't
here.
dislike it, but it's not like incredible. It's like
mean,
a
it's- I
mid-tier
mean-
tiny game.
Yeah, like Tiny's strong, but these heroes here, here's what's gonna happen. Tiny coming in, ding 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 ding, ding 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 ding. Everything's gonna fucking drop on his head. He's gonna die.
Yeah, this is
I hate to say it.
this is a game where not only does Tiny need first BKB, he's also pretty much definitely going to need a Lotus Orb and probably at least 1 or 2 Force Deaths behind him. Again, it's kind of like Otto in the game we did earlier today, where it's like Tiny is going to need way more defense both on himself and on the rest of his lineup than he probably wants to have in this game.
I like the stupid fake Chikiro outfit for Ogre Magi. It's pretty good.
If nothing else, at the very least, I do like the rest of the QoP Circles lineup here. It's going to be very
I think
difficult
they've
for
got the most rounded team.
it's going to be very difficult for Void to get more than 1 in a chrono in this game, I think. And they've got a
Yeah.
lot that can just, in no uncertain terms, just fall out of the sky right on top of somebody's head in this game. You've got spirits.
There's a lot of easy kill potential.
You got spirits. You got Spirit Breaker. You got Dawnbreaker. You've got cumulatively. We've got
Wait,
pause. You've
How
got
many
cumulatively.
persistent AoE stuns have they got?
Cumulatively, we got 2 different spirits and 2 different breakers. So
that's
That's
true.
that's a good point. And Tony. But
and
yeah,
Tony. Huge AOE blast
yeah,
here.
like
If it all comes
yeah,
together.
like between Inkswell, Stroke of Fate. Well, I mean, like just talking stuns. They have lots of persistent, like over time and built up into stuns that can really combo hard. Just everything Tiny does, everything Spirit Breaker does. Dawnbreaker's ult and I think her Q. Let's see here. Storm Spirit if he gets Shard or Ags, whatever gives him the AoE one. There's that. And Grimstroke's got Inkswell, which is that's a lot of stuns per square inch. Let's just say.
And even before Grimstroke, not Grimstroke, even before Storm Spirit gets the AoE Vortex, he still has the double stun on the Grimstroke ult.
Oh yeah.
Still have double stun, you still have double toss. Unfortunately, not much more interaction with the Grimstroke ult than that, but that is
No,
2 pretty good arguments for it.
Yeah, I just realized, I don't know if it works correctly this way, but do you think toss works if someone has been, Stroke of Fate, it'll toss someone to one person and then straight to the next?
I don't
Like
know
ping pong,
how that
that'd be really
interaction
funny
works.
if it did. It's a little obtuse how that works, so we'll have to find out.
I think with
I believe the toss target gets tossed to one and then tossed to the other.
I think
Yeah.
that's how it works.
but I could be
yeah.
wrong.
I know a couple spells that where it'll like cast one and then the other, not at the same time.
Weird
I'm
Grimstroke
pretty sure it
interactions.
works like that. Yeah, I think that works that same way with Nether Strike. No, Nether Strike's instant, just has the effect happen at the same time. But I think with the Charge of Darkness, I think it just makes him wait until the first charge is done. It's really strange. I mean, some spells don't count as being casted until they're already, like, in flight, or sometimes already on impact, you know? It's not 100% consistent.
So, oof. Combination
yeah.
being taking a harsh beating here at the hands of Skyrath Mage here in this game.
That's
So,
his specialty.
might
Get
be
that
dead?
roll call going.
Nope. Let's do the roll call while poor Antonio's getting a little trashed up here. Pause 1 for the QoP Circles. We got Tiny, captain of the team, combination being. Pause 2, Kai on the Storm Spirit. Pause 3, you've got Crafty Potato on Dawnbreaker. Pause 4, you got Tall Balls on the Spirit Breaker, the Breaker Lane. Pause 5, you got Trisoft, sponsored by Adult Swim, on the Grimstroke. Ooh, baby.
Dire's courier has
Ooh.
been killed.
Good
Nice
use
stroke of fate to slow him
yeah.
down.
I mean, being desperately needs a save though. This is where
Yeah, stop your carry, my friend, please.
There we go.
There we go.
Carry out the shop.
Very good.
Anyway, on Lone Sniper 30. Pause 1, standing in for Chris Beck and Los Peru, we got Luth. What?
Wow.
Okay, Kai was killed.
Looked away for a moment. Oh yeah,
He's
just
the remnant. Yeah.
yeah, a little too confident.
It happens.
Radiant's courier
But as I was saying, then he gets
Ouch.
tipped by Bliss of all people for some reason.
is under attack.
Anyway, pause 2, captain of the team, Iceman, on the Void Spirit, who just got himself some first blood. Pause 3, you've got Blackacre / Bufus on the Legion Commander. Pause 4, you've got Shockwave on the Skyrath Mage. And pause 5, you've got Bliss, who usually rhymes with Chris, but not today because there's no Chris to rhyme with on the Ogre Magi. Shockwave's actually going to go down here. Just takes a few too many trades and does a few too many dives, and old Antonio gets old Antonio and Grimstroke get the laugh. Last
Looks
laugh.
like looks to me like Bean might have popped their one to survive an onslaught there.
Might be.
Really aggressive both lanes, top and bottom, and mid lane had that surprise kill.
Right.
A lot of middling health bars, makes you almost wish you could see a Bloodseeker game, huh?
Yeah. This would be a great time to have some thirst.
Ooh.
Very
Sorcerer
tough.
getting a little ambitious here with his attempt at a kill, but that barrier is eating a lot of damage. Speaking of eating damage, Bean. Ooh.
This one.
That one. Ah, stun the Centaur to ruin the pull. I like that.
You know, a lot of heroes have received weird, like, every 4 seconds, every 4th hit, or, like, some kind of, like, you know, build-up mechanic in place of an actual RNG gimmick. Do you think that's gonna happen with Spirit Breaker anytime soon?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I can
Could
see
be.
it. If that happens, that's probably gonna be around the same time that they nerf things like Javelin.
It's all because
Make
of
them
Monkey
all
King,
require
man. He
4 hits.
brought that into the world.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like with Monkey King, he was at least reasonable.
Yeah, with Monkey
Oh,
King, it
no.
was still a unique gimmick. Kai tries to TP here. Oh!
Ooh!
Nice. Good TP.
That was the right call. Oh, man.
I'm not sure why
Close.
Spirit Breaker doesn't just TP mid to steward the lane for a little bit there. That was probably the right time to rotate.
Probably. I think he's a little leery of leaving Dawnbreaker alone.
Maybe. I mean, hey, Spirit Breaker, you can just come back, right?
For the most part, but that level, nice.
It's
Bad.
level 1 charge, so it's pretty bad at getting
Yeah,
there quickly if you need
it
to.
is I'm gonna be real. It is super slow. It is not worth the
Yeah,
cost for
it's like
travel.
genuinely one of the worst level
Oh
1
my
skills in
god,
the game.
he's not gonna make this.
Bottom tower
The
is
one
fine.
pop. Ooh, no, he's not. Oh
He's
my
fine.
god.
50 HP.
Ooh.
Eat your goddamn peas, Professor.
Skyrath is still hunting, but Won't
He's
find
hard.
anything.
He even went behind for a second. He went for another attempt back there to go for another attempt, but it didn't work out.
Playing that lane very,
Wow.
very aggressively. And so far, it does have one major dividend. Tony, last place for the core from the net worth chart here. Has had to
Pretty unfortunate run of last hits as well.
has had to just try so hard to survive in this lane that old Antonio's not really been able to get anything done for farming.
Wow, I am shocked that I wasn't able to connect in time. That Inkswell was so close.
Denied.
Once again on the Grim, we saw this a couple of weeks ago in the PMA game with QoP Circles, where it does
Ooh,
feel like the
nice.
Grim stroke.
Not enough mana for the toss.
Yep. Give Tiny a clarity, man. That's good, but give Tiny a clarity, man, please.
Beat
Nope.
him a mango. Just insert the fruit right into his big fucking mouth. Oh, well, there's my 2 for the fucking stream. Shit, 3. Demonetized. Uh-oh.
Hi, he's dead.
Goodbye.
Eee. Pain.
That was very
Skyrath is
unfortunate.
making this thing really miserable for Kai.
Yeah, Skyrath showed up there with an invis as well. Oh, but he's gonna kill here top. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, it just sort of happened. Low health.
Yep.
Slightly body blocked by Void there, sad.
Grady Potato tries to follow up there with another shot, but
I don't think he had the ability to run fast enough, actually. I think he was affected by Orb of Venom from Spirit Breaker.
this is
Oh, they're
interesting.
trapped! They're trapped! They have nowhere to run! Wait, they might actually get this.
My bride.
Wow.
Okay.
Sad
That is-
Beam! What are you doing, Beam?
I mean, no mana for the Ava, so like.
Yeah, there's
kind of do a
literally nothing
really
we can
weak
do.
level 1 toss, or
I don't know,
They
even a
hit
couple
someone.
right clicks would have been good.
I don't know. I don't think that changes anything.
Nah,
I think
Skyrath is in the area, so.
I think the issue there is that if Bean had that clarity earlier, then that's a kill. That's like an easy kill. But because Bean wasn't able to get that clarity and had to buy one for herself on the Tiny, there, which is a little unfortunate.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah,
Nothing
Tiny's a
comes out of it.
chronic sufferer of not enough int.
No mana syndrome.
Skyrath is a little AFK. in
Storm
mid.
Spirit is missing.
He's calling it, he's like right there.
Storm Spirit is here. See?
Hanging the hell out of him.
You know the Storm Spirit, right? He's right here.
Yep, look at that. Ooh.
Looks like a vampire.
I mean, he always kind of does. Is that not just what Skyrath regularly sounds like? He's just like, by the ghastly Eerie, I am Skyrath Mage.
Vampire with a head cold, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is. He needs to take his goddamn NyQuil, you know what I'm saying? Oh dear. Let's get silenced again.
Even to nothing.
I didn't think it. Why does he tip Iceman? Didn't think anything was gonna happen there, but again, the silence.
That's true. NA cameraman. It's the 3rd game in a row I can make that joke.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Getting a rotation here from Spirit Breaker. Charging in 2.
Okay.
Grad the potatoes coming. Legion Commander is so goddamn fast.
It's phase boots. Value.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower is under
Unfortunately, everybody blew the entire mana pool on Skyrath Mage there. That was weird. I was expecting that was going to be Storm Spirit coming in, but no such
Yeah.
luck.
Storm's a little spooked by his by his misery in mid.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like if you want to avert your misery in mid, that's a great way to start doing it. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, then again,
I found a
Skyrath is
fairy
all over the
trinket.
place. He's probably just afraid of getting jumped while he's out on the move.
Could be, but I mean, hey, it's a lot easier to live with that when you got, you know, the Dawnbreaker ult dropping on your head. You got Spirit Breaker on the patrol now.
Speaking of on patrol, I think Spirit Breaker needs a bit of time alone in his own lane because he is really low level.
The good news for, on the other hand, is Tiny is crawling back up the last hit chart. See that net worth chart. Still pretty low on the net worth chart, but it's at least starting to make some ground here.
Haste.
Haste! Coming up to gank the offlane. I just can't agree with this strategy.
I'm over here.
Gonna get the hell out of Arter Magi, but Crafty Potato doing a good job there. Since this is such a secure kill, Crafty Potato is just making sure nobody's just coming in to intercept there.
Yep.
This ain't good.
Tiny's fine. For now.
Not be for long. Here comes Void with that Chronosphere up.
Oh, okay. This is certainly interesting. This is kind of the problem with
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, on the bash. Oh, the duel, but the Dawnbreaker ult saves it.
Baby!
Oh,
the
Tiny!
Dawnbreaker!
Alright, that was unfortunate.
Was that a win for Tiny?
Sadly, no. The duel ended like
Just
one
barely.
frame.
Okay, I forget what I was about to say, I guess.
Woo! That looked like that was gonna be so bad, but
Oh yeah, no, that looked hopeless for a second for Tiny. It's like I said earlier, very few heroes have the ability to influence an ultimate like that from across the map. Dawnbreaker does without needing an Ags, a Shard, nothing. Level 6, you get the ability to ruin people's ultimates. That's how it goes. It's real fair, real fun, real cool, and I hate it. I genuinely do think that the healing element should probably be tied to the Shard purely, if you ask
I
me.
also think LST's ults were pretty mistimed.
yeah, most
bit,
notably,
yeah.
Faceless Void was just like, I don't
A
know
little
what
overeager.
exactly what he was doing, but it took him like 3 or 4 seconds to actually get to Tiny there.
Auto, sometimes pathing after you chrono can be a little funny.
Yeah.
I think should have waited for the Skyrath ult, honestly.
I think you're right on that one.
I think they were holding that to
Shitfest
try and
again.
get a duel win, is the problem.
Shitfest is probably something
Well,
Bean's
the
gonna
thing
wanna
is,
stick with for a while. Oh. Damn.
Skyrath
wow.
was level 5, so that shouldn't have been happening if he
Alright, I'm gonna put
didn't
this
have ult.
idea out there. Maybe Storm should try and lead mid now.
Yeah, Storm should have tried and left mid a while ago. Just staying here
Storm's
at
got
mid is...
4 dual
that's what
talismans
you
in
do.
his boots and his backpack.
That's what you do on Storm, what can I tell you?
That's what everybody does, sorry to say. Nobody picks Storm and does anything but this anymore.
Why?
Because
No
it's
talismans
like-
were a
overpowered.
mistake.
It's
No
broken.
talismans were a
It's
mistake.
extremely overpowered.
Zap.
Tiny says goodbye to the Slain. Kai says goodbye to Bliss.
It's a good start. Got the mana
Dire's
region
top
here.
tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under
I
attack.
hate these items and their ability to double stats. Why did they think that was a good idea? There was a patch like not even a year and a half ago where it was just, oh yeah, buy like 3 circlets or 3 bracers and just hold on to them forever because it was an investment thing, and Valve stepped in and undid that. So it was because people were being stupid not buying items, and now it's gonna happen again. Like why?
That's happening again, yeah.
Yep, pretty
You
much.
see Abed in EG games picking Storm first phase and buying
Oh
6
god!
gold
Don't
pillars.
walk away. Oh no! Oh, Spirit Breaker.
Okay.
Everybody in the wrong position there.
Why were they just sitting there waiting for the LC to TP in?
Good
Surely they
question.
thought there was some other people coming in, right? That's gotta be a lack of foresight.
I'm not really sure.
They pick up a dual win and some important kills.
Major tragedy.
Increased potency.
Poor Noel Talismans. I'm gonna have a stroke, my man.
I mean,
You might have a
yeah,
stroke every time you see a Storm then.
Yeah, on the bro scene, they're usually just like Randy said, buying 6.
Ugh.
Yep.
Radiant's
Pretty much
middle
universally
tower is under
agreed
attack.
that they are nerfing the hell out of Null Tally's next patch.
I can tell you what's gonna happen. They're not gonna nerf the stats. They're just gonna make it so that only one of them
Yeah,
gets
I see.
double.
It's dead.
You only get like the bonus stats from like one talisman, like the original one that gets doubled or something.
You
I
know
can see that
what?
being changed.
I actually think that wouldn't be a bad way of going about it.
Top tower is falling.
Because, I mean, then you still have the idea of, like, okay, you have this, like, simple little item that you can get some use out of no matter what happens, but it's not like, you know, you can just...
It's not ridiculous, yeah.
Okay. Blackacre
He's out there.
sniffing for a duel, but the well-timed TP.
You know, if they're gonna relegate that effect to an item of like doubling its stats after a certain point, put it on Falcon Blade or something. Give it a use. Damn. Something.
Yeah, right now, literally... Oh, well.
Rip. Very dead.
Ouch.
Yeah, that Scarith ult is quite potent.
Multicast plus silence is definitely doing people in.
Bean is gonna get flamed by Dragon because she bought the Ogre X for Echo.
So,
Very unfortunate.
I think they're gonna need it, to be fair. This is a very burst-heavy team.
I just want to state on record on the cast that,
Ooh, good. Ow.
like, I think 2 heroes by,
Oh,
like,
that's double vortex.
80%. Yep, double vortex comes out there.
That
Scarab
was
made
good.
go down.
Oh, no,
Oh,
dude.
boy.
Out of
They don't have
mana
the
and
follow-up.
chronoed. Oh, no! It was enough to get him hidden! Yeah!
Oh my god! Whoa!
Big! Oh no, Ogre's back!
That was a big run-in from
Oh,
Brad
LC's
Potato.
here, no!
Duel's gonna come out.
Oh.
That is bad, though.
Yeah, so the timings for LST's spells are
Storm, you need
still
to
pretty
leave.
bad, but at least they got the kills that time.
Right.
So I can say, while it was still kind of mistimed, it worked out better.
Bean's getting some decent farm at least. Bean isn't exactly at the top of the net worth, but
Radiant's
she is
bottom
trying.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, the big thing I would say off of that is Skywrath Mage had such an early game that he's able to just transfer that into a really nasty,
Radiant's middle tower
really
is
nasty,
Yeah.
like, early mid.
Usually on Tiny, you want to have Echo and be able to buy the shard when it comes up
Oh.
at 15 minutes. Bean is super behind that right now.
Oh, here comes Void Spirit. Oh, he's gonna get a huge ult!
Super sad,
Oh!
but
Did he use all of his charges? Is he screwed?
No, he can't jump again.
Oh! They're all bundled up together!
Yeah,
This is
he
perfect!
can jump
No,
again
no
now.
storm! Oh, God!
Iceman goes down here.
Radiant's middle tower.
Oh, the Spirit
Ogre
Breaker
Magi.
charge! Out of
The only
nowhere!
left.
Perfect! Triple kill! Man, Crafty might be going to be the pause one this game for a while. Whew.
Whew, what a fight! These fights are crazy, dude.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
fun.
Not for lack of excitement, that's for sure.
Yeah, the only issue with that
Ugh.
is that Storm Spirit took another dive there.
Look at
He
that
actually still
damage
profited.
go.
I
Look
like
at
the
damage.
goal change of 3.
Look at the damage done though.
Yeah, notably
That is nuts.
spread around on the QoP circles and almost entirely concentrated on LST.
Nice, man, yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They
is
are
under
actually
attack.
caught up for kills now, and they're going to be catching up in net worth pretty soon. At this rate.
Right, because while Tiny has been missing these fights, Tiny has been farming the entire time, basically. But this is really bad.
Oh no!
What else is getting dueled? That's
Yep, Spirit Breaker did not
Spirit
actually
Breaker.
die in the
Thankfully,
duel, so...
yeah,
They kill
it's
him.
still bad, but it's not as big of a loss. If LC manages to breach like 50-60 duel damage before like 25 minutes, I think it might be over for their team potentially. Hey, there's Echo.
okay, so 17 or 18 minute short plus Echo. It's not awful, I guess.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's strong enough to at least push back with.
Right.
Like, again, you prefer to get it right when short comes up, but
Yeah.
what can you do?
So what are we looking at here? Shadowblade into what? AC maybe on Bean?
Well,
feel like
at least
being,
Shadow Blade for now.
Radiant's bottom tower
Might
is
actually
under
need to be a BKB early after Shadow Blade because I'm gonna be
Yeah.
frank with you. With the amount of support that LST has, I think they're gonna benefit a lot more from having the
Radiant's
BKB
bottom
over the
tower
Shadow
is
Blade.
under
Smoke
attack.
out here.
Oh no, they see him coming.
Yeah, they completely predicted that.
Oh,
Oh,
they
dear.
got taunted.
Oh, but this is huge!
Turn around! The double toss!
Wow.
It happened! We saw it, the double toss!
Whoa.
Not true.
Wow.
Huge!
That
huge
looked
damage.
like that was going to be so terrible, but again, the
Ogre Magi's desperate for now.
Dawnbreaker
He wants
there.
the... Oh no. Another 3 for none. How much?
Yeah.
Let's see that fight recap. Where'd all that damage go into?
Not for myself.
Wow, that was all in the span of a few seconds. Look at that.
yeah.
Double toss, double avalanche.
The only downside is that for some reason Titan doesn't really walk away with much of the money out of that, but
It's
Still.
mostly because of level difference, I think, but
maybe. Still, that's a lot of good news there. That looked like that was going to be the world's worst smoke gank, but that actually turned out completely
you need to
fine.
be a little careful here in this push for the mid tower, though, because they all
Yeah.
just
Yeah, that's been
respawned,
through.
and Void's got Chrono.
You can
Oh, well,
double
rip.
jump.
Yeah, she's dead. She's very dead. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is what
that's,
I mean when I say that BKB is evidently the thing to take here.
Cannot
It
you
eliminates
also cannot take
Terra.
over half your HP on tower shots if you want to live. Crafty's
Yeah,
actually
that's
sticking
fair.
around.
That's
Oh
always-
no! Oh, that's so much damage.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
that's so
spells-
much damage.
The spells
no, the
still
duel!
aren't coming out at the same time, but it's fine, I guess.
Oh, he's screwed.
Yeah, this guy's dead.
Ouch. That was not what needed to happen.
They
Was Bean pushing that tower more or less on her own?
yeah. That is like Calmline as Calmline gets right there. Beam pushing the tower all on our own. Crafty Potato doing a small camp while 4 guys are still chasing. Like, that is bad Calmline. For sure.
Prioritization issue.
That's just a nobody's talking to each other issue, I think.
Might be.
Like, I don't know how nobody says, oh, nope, sorry, not pushing. I don't know why anybody says, nope, not pushing. I mean, you got Tony.
You know, I think people have eyes and they can see when people are not pushing with them.
On one hand, people have eyes. On the other
map
hand,
awareness. What can you do?
on the other hand, you know, there's definitely also the chance of, okay, somebody be here. Somebody show up quick. Please, somebody arrive. Nobody? Okay, going on there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower
Got a big
is
circle
under
here.
attack.
Storm got a regen.
This
And
man is
everybody
definitely
knows it.
looking.
Gonna be a very wide fight here. Sword Spirit is rushing the hell out of Lincoln's. Going Lincoln's and then BKB, which, ouch. You hate to see it.
What can you do?
Yeah, I don't
needs
know if there's any way around that, but you know, you still hate to see it. I like the ogre angrily stunning absolutely nothing there.
Radiant's middle tower
For
is
no
under
reason.
attack.
Finally got a quiet period here. After
Yeah, it definitely has
yeah.
slowed the game down. Iceman's team did. They're
I feel less that it slowed down, more that the Viper's coiled and ready to strike over an LST, but no one's willing to step into the grass.
right. Well, we
Oh,
might
wait,
have
never
4
mind.
people
We
coming
got
up.
a. Yeah, wait. Are they gonna catch Ogre? They might get jumped by LC if they're not careful. No, they're
they,
going for
they
it.
want over.
Oh, he's mega
Sure.
screwed.
He can will
LC
blink
runs
away.
the hell away. Yeah.
Radiant's top
No
tower
hesitation.
is under attack.
Instantaneously leaves.
Getting no surprise there.
Void Spirit
Push
going
support.
to push bot just a little bit. Yeah.
In the scheme of things, is that really that worth it for QoP Circles? Probably not. I
No.
mean, free kill.
Ogre. It's a lot of time and a smoke used on a support, so
Yeah.
no, Void just got BKB.
okay, I spin.
Ooh, that's not what you want to see in this match. Now, now you can't really stop Void from doing what he wants to do.
Well, that was
Get him.
very
There
ambitious.
you go.
Very optimistic there.
Yeah, very, very bold to assume that Skyrath wouldn't just insta-silence you the second you came in line of sight of him. Storm, you gonna take that rune?
He's drinking his bottle before he gets it, I think.
I think that makes sense.
Farming,
Yeah. You really
farming
shouldn't be
scamp up.
spending this long in the enemy jungle, though. He's not that far
Yeah,
ahead.
it's
He's
fine
got a
if
Lincoln.
you know, people are gonna be somewhere else. We were
Or
not
indeed
finished.
somewhere else.
Wow, that was quite a bit of money between those 4 people.
Yeah.
Again, these spells are not coming out together. I don't know, like
Ooh,
LC
barely
duels,
missed Void.
3
He
people are
got him.
standing around.
Ooh.
He's gonna drop Chrono? Nope, drops the BKB. Storm just barely on the edge of the AoE.
Iceman zipped into the Chronosphere. Unfortunate.
Void might not be able to escape from this between Tiny and everyone involved. Oh no, we got all the multicast off.
Okay, they're looking at
He's
Iceman
silenced, he
instead.
can't do anything. Voidspirit's gonna go down.
Ouch.
Iceman, he's gone.
These spells are
Straight to
not
Bean.
coming out together. Like, I know I've said that many times in this game
Storm
already,
dead.
but
That's unfortunate. I think if he jumps literally the moment he gets silenced, it's probably okay, but...
like,
They
the
stunned each
duel,
other.
the duel and Skyrath ult need to come out, and then the Chrono needs to come out to clean up. It doesn't seem that difficult, but it looks really difficult. I don't know.
Wait, there's an item on the ground back here.
I will remember you in my celebration.
Is
What
there?
was that? Yeah, sort I think Spearbreaker picked it up.
Let's see.
Someone dropped something on the ground. Is that somebody's item? Might be in the backpack?
Not a neutral item.
It wasn't a neutral, it was like something else. I guess it was just a lot of crap. Dude, Spearbreaker, finish your items.
Regeneration.
Yeah, Spear Breaker's jumble mess of like 5 various half-complete items here.
That is another thing that's probably really impacting his ability to get stuff done this game, is just failed itemization.
Yeah, his AI-generated inventory, looks like.
It looks like what happens when, remember when the bots, like the items updated, we got like jungle items and stuff, and the bots didn't know how to handle them? So they just bought a bunch of crap that didn't build into items that existed anymore,
Yeah.
and they just left them on the ground. Fun times.
Tiny taking a
the
nasty
assist.
look at Skyrath Mage there, but that's all he's able to do for the moment.
Probably for the best that they backed off from that, because LC was looking for blood. Mindbreaker, huh? Good find for Tiny, if you ask me. It's a good lead-off into Echo Saber.
Storm Spirit is just hanging
Right.
out here. Really gotta wonder what he's doing right now.
If he's gonna get killed, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
He didn't
No.
even jump! He didn't even try to jump there! What the hell was that?
I don't think he could have.
He wasn't silenced.
He leaked
He
the
definitely-
silence.
Yeah, he was just kind of standing there for a second. Even if he
I
doesn't
think
want to
he
turn,
assumed
just...
he was silenced because
Yeah,
he couldn't.
maybe.
He was rooted because of the Atos, so he probably thought he was silenced.
Maybe. There's definitely a second there where he could have just jumped.
You'd be surprised what your brain comes to the conclusion to when you're not like actively able to do something. You just think, oh, I mustn't be able to cast that. I might as well just try to walk away. No, it happens. Panic brain is very real.
Gonna, speaking of panic, gonna do that in the Roche bit.
Yeah, they really can't afford to jump in and stop that. What with the Void Remnant?
Right, everybody's just kind of watching Bean farm right now. Anyways, getting closer and closer to the top of that net worth chart, so that is good. So, Titan Sliver
Ooh,
there.
Titan Sliver. That's perfect for Tiny.
Okay.
man. Oh, they are coming for him.
This
I
is
don't think that was
so
the play to
aggressive,
make.
dude.
Oh
This
man,
is
it might
crazy
work.
aggressive.
This might work.
Split off Iceman for the rest of the fight.
Elsie does not even get to kill Grimstroke.
Oh, what a
the
Chronosphere.
Chrono. But it caught Skywrath. He's getting bashed half to death. It backfired.
Well, it backfired on Skyrath,
Oh,
but
no,
it
Void's
front fired
back in the
Void.
fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grimstroke getting
And
support from the sidelines, but
Like I
it's
still
not
as
enough.
Aegis, so can just eat crappy
absolute-
potato.
Absolute
Yep.
tragedy.
Yeah, that was just a pretty simple story of you know, the VIP prioritization. I think that's been an issue for QoP Circles for a while, but maybe that was the worst it's ever been in a single fight, as pretty much everybody was just chasing down somebody else. I think Grimstroke way overcommitted to the Void Spirit there when he really needed to worry about the Void in that moment, probably. Like, if Void gets silenced there, then, you know, he at least has to pop BKB before he Chronos. Buys you some time. It almost looked like that was going to be cool, but just got too split up, I think.
Yeah.
Speaking of two split up,
Is under attack.
item-wise, how are Ogre and Skyrath doing? They didn't seem to really contribute a whole lot outside of just their base abilities, yeah.
Yeah, they pretty much are not sitting on any items right now, either of them. Ogre Magi
pretty
is a
strapped.
Midas, okay.
They're very strapped for cash because, specifically, those two heroes tend to die at, like, the intermission around the half point of every fight. At least
Yeah.
on LST side. Fortunately for them, though, QoP Circles is dying a lot more frequently.
Well, they're
I
dying
think that-
exactly as frequently because it's the same kills.
I think this is a good point in the game where I think Spirit Breaker should have been the one to build Pipe. I don't think
Pipe?
that the Erm was a smart choice at all, considering that a lot of the damage they have is bursts that happens right in the fight and not after. Their only source of real DOT comes from, like, I don't know, I'm guessing Ogre's, like, Fire Blast, or not Fire Blast, what's it called?
Ignite.
Ignite.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would have called for a pipe in this particular game. I think the
They
magic
have,
damage
like,
concentrated on one.
fours. That's true, but that resistance matters a ton,
Yeah.
especially when they have a pick-related
Huh?
orientation.
Oh,
That's-
she
that's-
she dueled the Spirit Breaker in the stats resistance.
But he ran out of the healing AoE. Oh, no, the
man.
Chrono.
Oh dear. That's
He's
how you.
gone.
That's how you combo those spells.
I saw your death the moment you were born. Crafty Potato is gonna run back and forth while BKB going, "What do I do?" and then die.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's just sad.
Ouch. Yeah, that's bad. Tiny now
That
going
was
to
a
the BKB.
ton of money that just went from Dawnbreaker straight into Void's pocket. He is
And
really
Tiny
big on the
too.
network.
Yeah, this is starting to be. It's starting to become getting to the point where Void is looking very unkillable. They basically just need to hold the Dawnbreaker ult specifically for when Chrono comes out. Can't use it at any other time, basically, because they really don't have anything defensive on this lineup. I think that's the biggest issue with this QoP Circles lineup. If anything, it is 100% offensive, basically.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I still think that a pipe right now would definitely help with their pick-oriented setup. They are entirely based around dropping one series of ults on somebody, try and get them done, and any amount of extra effort they need to spend killing that one person is another amount of effort that could have been spent killing someone else, and is thus mitigated.
Problem is, right
It's-
now, I think there's basically two real forces of actual damage on this team right now, and it's the Fizz damage in the Chronosphere and the Fizz damage that you take during the duel. And Pipe does not really help with that fact. It knocks out the Skyrath, but at this point, Skyrath, I
still
think, is
think
done. Like, I don't
still
think
if
he's
you
doing
look at
much.
Void Spirit's interactions in these fights, he does a ton of damage. A lot of his damage is magic.
It's true, but, you know, the problem is with Pipe is that Pipe is not good at dealing with, at this point, not good at dealing with magic damage in this capacity. Like, it's pretty much at this point, you know, BKB or nothing if you want to survive the Iceman. Support's getting picked off here. Speaking of Iceman, Jay kind of found him at a bad time. But everything
Nope.
kind of goes uncoordinated and they get out. Kaya
Kaya
jumping out to try and get
very-
somebody else.
Very forward here.
Yeah, he is out of
Yeah,
mana.
too far in.
They just kind of exchange business cards and then leave.
Really scared of that Void ult.
Yeah, no surprise at this juncture. I mean, realistically, this is when everyone just starts building Aeon Disc, right? Because Void is getting very unkillable otherwise. Unsurvivable, really. Like, maybe somebody could just poop out an Assault Cuirass out of nowhere, or a Shiva's Guard or something, but buddy, that is not going to be easy to come by. Storm Spirit going for the eggs here. I don't know if I go for the eggs this game. I think I think as long as things are going okay, 2 Vortexes in a fight with the Grimstroke ult should be fine. Especially compared to what, like, a Shiva's does for you here. Or even, like I said, Aeon. Like, you don't even, like, really have to care that much about the active. Just, you know, force Void to choose either I BKB so I can have a successful Chronosphere, or I BKB to drop a successful Chronosphere.
I think a Yule's wouldn't have been a bad choice for Grimstroke at this point either.
Yeah, that's true.
Just imagine that, right? You get just imagine, right? You get bonds in on somebody. You soulbound, say LC and Void, and then you proceed to hit them both with Yules during Chrono or Duel. Completely worthless for the entire 2.5 seconds.
This is a very pessimistic Dark Portrait, because I feel like the only person who it's that good to make that of is LC. And
I
that's
think
assuming
Void-
she's got more.
It's Void too. Void's
I
very
mean, the
good
problem
target.
is, Void needs his passes, and he needs his Chronosphere to be scary.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Illusion still gets his bashes, dude.
Does it? I thought it didn't.
I'm not sure what you're thinking of illusions, but as far as I'm aware, passive inflicting effects like that, as long as they aren't like hard-coded to
It's
require non-illusion sources, work with it.
Definitely
hell,
running each other
think
right
about
now.
it. It works with Abaddon. LC grossly bit off more than she can chew and just fed dual damage straight to Dawnbreaker. Unfortunately,
They did lose
Storm
too for
and,
that.
yeah, I mean, hey, Dawn got 30 dual damage. That's
That
like,
is quite a bit, yeah.
that is 75% of what what LC had a moment ago. Take a look.
Radiant's middle tower
Only got
is
40.
under attack.
Yeah, that's true.
Radiant structures are fortified.
All things considered, this could be worse. They're behind in money, but not in anything else really. They've not been pushed into a tier 3 yet. They still have high ground.
They are
And buyback.
pretty considerably down for XP. LSD has
Oh,
10
no,
levels
there's-
on them.
I mean,
Radiant's
that's
middle
not even a
tower has
contest,
fallen.
yeah, but they still have the ability to turn this around thanks to high ground defense.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I do think the strategy needs to go a bit more defensive, but I mean, this is one of those sorts of uphills from hell, almost. Huh? Is that a fat
Why?
finger or what?
Was
We
she, like,
assumed they were gonna
pushing?
push, maybe. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Probably? Oh, I don't know.
And TP
Little,
was on cooldown, so just
little-
decided that he needed to be there.
Very odd. This is a very,
Oh, that's gonna
very
work out for
brave
him.
go.
Nice, and got a
Not sure
bash
it's that
too.
brave. I mean,
End
it's
to edge.
just,
Oh, that is huge for Bean.
Ding ding ding. ding,
Okay,
ding.
the
Please
duel.
get bashed. Oh, the ambitious duel again.
Sad.
It's
Yes,
not gonna
yes,
go off
this
in
is
time.
Yeah. Okay.
Chrono. Wait, why are you hitting Spirit Breaker? That is not the person to hit right now. Oh, the
He
Soulbind.
just killed Bean after
No,
the
he's
photo, and
Bean,
that seems to be a
no.
good assumption, actually.
Got a great Soulbind off, but was just not hitting anything right while the BKB was up. Oh, should have.
Yeah, there's nothing falling up there. Again, that looks like bad communication. Like, nobody wanted to keep fighting that except for Bean. And nobody wanted to say, Bean, get the hell out of there. We don't want to fight that. That was very sad. That was a sad place where that Dawnbreaker ult actually would have made a really big difference, I think.
Yeah, that was felt 100%.
That is completely tragic. I think if the Dawnbreaker ult goes in there, yeah.
That is not good.
Well, not good for Roche anyway.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh man.
Your Shan has fallen to the dire.
That I believe was the shard.
Gift of eternity.
Yep.
Gift of Eternity.
Who got that shard?
So,
I believe so, yeah. And now Storm Spirit is going to die
no.
instantly. Dawnbreaker ult coming
Okay.
in, but this is not the Dawnbreaker ult you want to see.
Nope. And,
And gets
hopeless
deleted.
BKB
Yeah, I'm
pop.
gonna say that's probably the ball game. I mean,
Yeah.
on one hand, you can buy back here, but you've used pretty much all your tricks.
And Chrono is still up. Well, never
Yeah.
mind, it's not. It got Aegis, but it's about to be back up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no hope in hell they're gonna kill him before that Aegis comes up. That was a really pointless ult there. They just completely disengaged from that.
Yeah.
That is rough to witness.
Ouch.
Dueled and died in under a second.
Oh,
He
it's
walks
again.
back and forth and dies.
Dean barely escapes. Ooh, good stun from the Dawnbreaker, but not enough damage to actually kill Void.
Not even once.
Yeah, Kai's doing a lot of damage in this fight.
Trying to go for
But it's
Iceman on the black.
silenced and dead.
And no one's able to or willing to follow up.
And again, that would be another great place for that Dawnbreaker roll, but it kind of got wasted.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under
I
attack.
feel like Bink could kill Void if she had jumped in a little sooner there, but then Elsie would have just given him a buff.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle
Oh, the death.
And the Chronosphere is gonna end this one.
Yep. And not even with
And
the
ulted right into the
Dawnbreaker roll.
Chrono.
Not even the Dawnbreaker roll in the Chrono can stop anything anymore. This is just spiraled so out of control.
Yeah.
Storm Spirit has support money.
Yeah, he does.
In
Rather
fairness,
unfortunate.
LC also has support money, so.
Oh, like 12k support money. I think it's under 9k support money. Twelve K is like a core who had a really bad day.
Radiant's top tower is under
And Tiny just gets dueled and eliminated.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Oh, sad.
Well, I got Skyrath at least. So you know there's that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Storm Spirit is missing.
Radiant's
It's
middle
missing.
tower is under attack.
It's not missing anymore.
That is not a good use of ult.
Sure ain't.
Radiant
I like that duel.
Oh, that's a pretty sick duel, actually.
That was
Got him right
so
as he
sad.
came out of his ult. That is just.
I just want you to
Right
know.
now,
and
you're
there's-
not gonna get a better use to Dawnbreaker ult, so you might as well use it there, I guess.
I just want you to
Game's
know when they
over.
started this push into the enemy T4, if they were at like a 20k net worth advantage and the game ends with them at a 40k. Ouch. Oh, well, what do you say to that? Very unfortunate, I think, is the answer. I think,
He crumbled before our eyes.
I think the best way to put it would be, well, for starters,
I still maintain that Ricky would have been a better pick.
yeah, the Tiny didn't do anything. It was just Tiny was just so far behind this whole game and just could not exist anywhere
A really
near.
tempting target, and guess what? Their team loves tempting targets.
Yeah. Basically needed to build BKB first, but then if you build BK first, you can't farm. Just in a very unwinnable
Like a Morphling
situation.
problem, yeah.
Yeah. I think the biggest issue is just the total lack of any sort of defense on the entire lineup. Like, Tall Balls, you know, it's Spirit Breaker, so what are you going to buy defensive on Spirit Breaker? I get it. There's just no really items at all on the Grimstroke. Just completely devoid of any kind of money here. But, like, there's no Force Stats, there's no Glimmer Cape, there's no nothing defensively on this lineup, which means that when Void drops the Chrono on somebody, that is just it, period. There is just no arguing with it. The only thing they had was a Dawnbreaker roll, and even that only worked up to a certain point, and often wasn't saved for it. I think that's the biggest thing. I think they played around the Void Spirit really well, but when it came time to deal with the Faceless Void, they were pretty out of the loop on exactly what the strategy was, which was, you know, be defensive, wait for the chrono, drop the Dawnbreaker ult on it so nobody inside die, like that sort of thing, right?
Yep.
I think they lacked sort of the thought of, well, what do we do in this specific case? They did definitely do well against Iceman. Like when Void was still farming up, when Luth was still in the jungle, I do think that the early game for them went really well. I think they played that really well here, and this is definitely a standout performance for Crafty Potato, early game-wise anyway. But eventually, you know, it just kind of came to every time Faceless Void shows up, everybody dies, and nothing is done to him. Like, I think his 2 deaths came in, like, the first 10 minutes of this game, and he never even went under
Yeah.
half health ever again. Which is a bit of an issue.
Right. Now, on to the award section.
Oh boy.
Starting from the top, we have Trisoft over on Grimstroke. I award to you the Did Your Best award. You really didn't do anything outstandingly bad, it's just, you were in a tough spot, and you are the bottom of the scraped-out barrel support, and you did what you could. You stuck in fights, your attendance was top-notch, you were there for nearly everything. All I can fault you for is that I wish you were in a position 5 for this game.
Yeah, all I can fault you for is that I wish the pause 5 in this game was more defensive in nature. Like, I feel like if you get, like, you know, the Oracle in this game, for example, you know, we've seen very good work on the Trisoft Oracle. If we get an Oracle this game, I think, like, a lot changes, for example.
Down over to Storm Spirit. My dude, I'm gonna give you the maybe I should have called for help award. When you're getting beat up that badly in mid, or maybe even the I should have gone somewhere else award, because once that Skyrath showed up to your lane twice and didn't really seem to ever stay away from said lane, it was either time to call for help or go and be a problem to someone else.
Yeah, I think the idea is they're just abandon ship, go beat up LC, and like you're still going into Skyrath in that lane, but at the very least, if Skyrath silences you, get Grim and Tiny behind you to clean house.
I also think that towards the end game, not having a solid set of items and having overinvested in Null Tallies definitely bit you straight in the ass.
No, that's just what Storm does.
I do not agree.
You disagree with literally
yeah.
everybody in the world then.
Yeah, you are the one voice at this point.
Well, let me be the one voice of reason. Stop building this shit.
It's like 100% success rate in pro games.
You cannot build
this ain't a pro game.
I'm sorry.
You cannot build Null Talismans into anything. They are a dead buy. They double in stats at 25 minutes. Whoopty shit. They don't go anywhere after that.
This one, man.
Ocelot, every pro Storm Spirit player, every Storm player, every single Storm player.
I don't care what Persian's gonna tell me in his stupid ass guide.
You're wrong. I'm sorry. You're just wrong.
You're straight up incorrect. I'm
like
sorry.
I don't mean to say it, but like this is bullshit. Like the all Null Talismans on Storm Spirit basically just means that you ult everywhere for free. That's basically the long and short of it. Like, your region with a bunch of Null Tallies gets to the point where basically no matter what you're doing, it's always going to be covering up the cost, and there's no other item.
It's not an Orchid. You can't silence people. Yeah, it's great.
Well, that doesn't matter. You don't need to silence people when you can just ult at them from across the map.
I
don't think so.
I think it doesn't stop Void from ulting.
No, you can't argue this. I'm sorry. It is unarguable. It is an untenable position. There is nothing to do on Storm Spirit but this right now. Like, if you do anything else, you are actually like legitimately buying both the BKB and the Lincolns instead of another null might have actually sunk him here. It's like to that point. That's how broken nulls are right now. Like, they are better than items over 10 times their net worth on Storm Spirit. Like, they are better. It's not just better than Orchid. It's better than Bloodthorn, probably, in a lot of situations.
Dude, do you think I'm trying to talk about pro matches, though? That is the problem.
I don't care what match you're in. The issue is it's still the same. If you're a seasoned Storm Spirit player, and I think that's really the core issue here, is that Kai, not a seasoned Storm Spirit. If you're a seasoned Storm Spirit player, you don't need anything else. Literally, all you can do, you can just buy 6 Null Talismans and just ball people from across the map. And I think anybody could feasibly do that.
You could never sell me 6 Null Talismans and tell me it's going to carry me that far.
Well, watch the pro scene is all I can tell you. Because people are doing it, and people are getting mondo-fed while doing it.
Regardless, though, Crafty Potato, you get the How the Hell Did I Do This Good award. I can't really explain it. You just kind of did. You did the best
Yep.
on your team by a landslide.
Yeah, the Dawnbreaker was good. I think there was some very whack ults near the end of the game.
I think one of those might have been a fat finger, but I can't speak for
Maybe,
them.
yeah. That like when he just randomly ulted to like the T3 mid, and that was sad because I feel like that was pretty much the deciding one. I think there was the ultimate tragedy of this game is I think there was a path back to victory for the QoP Circles until Crafty Potato randomly ulted a T3 mid and just didn't have it for the next fight, and they all died.
I think the Aegis being in their possession was still enough of a tipping factor. Didn't make much of a difference. Leading up after that, we have Tall Balls on Spirit Breaker. You get the gold attendance award. You were there for basically every kill, every fight. Good on you, but I don't think the first pick Spirit Breaker really tipped anything to your ends.
Yeah, I think. Well, I'll get into that when we get down to the team.
And on to Bean. Bean, you get the should have picked Ricky award. I'm sorry. Tiny was just not the favored pick, I don't think. I think that anything close to Ricky would have been much more in your ballpark.
Yeah, just going too late against a Faceless Void on a lineup like this. Like, and it's funny, because usually the way you beat Void is that you go late, but not on a lineup like this. You need somebody with you late, and some sort of defense to get you to late. But because of that, because that wasn't there, that wasn't just present on this team, I think you just needed to go early. But that gets to the Team as a Whole award. The Team as a Whole award gets the Bad Pick Order award. I'll just be frank with it. The pick order here in this game, it wasn't good. I think that really cost them more than anything else. The fact that they got to pick 4 different guys when Storm Spirit was in the pool and known was just no good for them. The fact that that the Grimstroke came out as late as it did, but didn't really have that much connection to the rest of the team, was just not an advantage. Spirit Breaker first when they had, when they could have put him off a little bit, didn't help. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it just felt like the pick order here was just a little jumbled. I think the big thing is if they get the Trisoft first, if they don't bring the Storm Spirit out till later, I think they're doing themselves a big advantage. Honestly, I think it wouldn't have actually been that bad of an idea to just first phase jug in this particular game because the LST lineup, this is nothing unusual for LST. I think the LST lineup tends to be very, very magic heavy as a general rule, very cast heavy, particularly for Iceman himself. I think if you pick up a jug in this game, like sure you still got Faceless Void, you're still going to be worried about him, he's still going to be able to drop Chrono on him, or Chrono on you, and do 1,000,000 damage to you. That ain't good. But at the very least, you're not in the situation where, you know, you're winning the early game fights, but not nearly enough to actually just drop on their heads. Because that was the problem. You know, QoP Circles was winning the early game fights by a pretty considerable margin, but LST was just never letting Void in the actual danger zone. And while QoP Circles were losing Storm Spirit, Tiny, somebody big, in pretty much every fight it felt like, Void was just farming just completely out of control somewhere else. So to that end, I think if you first phase a jug there, then at the very least you can force use decisive early victories so you can go get Void and stop him from being a problem. Because I think in this specific game, I think with this kind of lineup, like Void is always going to be a very, very big problem to you. So you know the way you win is you stop him. All right,
yeah.
LST.
Now on to the LST awards. Let's start from the bottom with Ogre. Ogre gets the Pincushion award. Didn't realistically do a lot in terms of raw output and damage, I don't think. More boiled down to enemies really like to kick his ass, and I think that there was a lot of misprioritization on who needed to die first, and
Yeah.
Ogre was just tempting target.
Yeah, I think
Just a baited trap.
I think a lot of, especially some of the very earliest fights, they just kind of got very hungry, you know, oh, food, and let everybody else off the hook a little bit.
Yep, Skywrath. You get the Predator Award. You were constantly roaming the map looking for anyone out of position to kill, and unfortunately you found yourself very frequently at Storm Spirit's doorstep.
Unfortunately, that award disqualifies Skywrath Mage from a career in in any sort of schooling or
that's fine, you see, he'll just become a Minecraft YouTuber.
Oh, there you go.
Alright, we're actually gonna go
This
ahead
is a
and
joke,
skip
we're
Void
not
'cause I
accusing you,
gotta-
Shockwave.
Yeah, no, you're fine, my man. For now. But yeah, We're gonna go up over to. We're gonna skip really quick up past Void here. Trust me, there's a reason for this. On to Legion Commander. Legion Commander gets the. I'm gonna go with the Itchy Trigger Finger Award again. You just a little too eager on these duels. Not quite in a good position on people who could die quick enough. I mean, you picked up in your totals towards the end of it there, but there was a good chunk of the game where you were more minutes than duel damage.
Yeah,
Not a good place to be.
The 130 duel victory damage sounds like a really good accolade, but that 130 duel damage came mostly after the game was effectively
Already
decided.
well and over.
When the game was decided, it was like 40, basically.
Alright, on to Void Spirit. We get the Final Boss Award. You were a Titan, a Behemoth, Iceman. You went in and you dissected people. I saw your damage in every single one of those fights you were involved in. Extremely high. Your output was tremendous. And now we go on to Void, who gets the Second Phase Award. Because at any point, if Iceman were to die or get in trouble, guess what's coming in? Phase 2 with the Chrono. The boss has backup. Good luck. 16, 2, and 7. My dude, you were unstoppable. Good job, Luth.
Faceless Void gets the Game Award, because Faceless Void was the game this game, and QoP Circles didn't really play the game, unfortunately. I think the biggest thing is, I think, and god damn it, I even put this specifically down in my notes. Why does nobody pay attention to these things? You know, sideline the Iceman and concentrate on the one. But they didn't do that, homeboy. They did not do that at all. Anyway, we'll see you around next time with another exciting game. And another exciting